Hey guys, I get this question all the time from guys, and it's I don't have a cheap. I have a very cheap microphone, and I would like to make it sound better. Um, this is extremely possible. First of all, don't worry. I'm not going to be like, oh, there's no way. I'm not going to say that. It's extremely possible to do so. Right now, you are hearing me through the Hue BM800, which I got for about 18, 19 bucks on Amazon. Mostly bought it for the shock mount, and but you can also get it's no longer available. But you can also get the Xlevan BM800, which I believe is about $20-ish on Amazon. $27 or $26 for the gold one, which is the version I have. 26 for the silver and 26 for the blue. You can also get the NW 700, which I believe is a little bit cheaper. I mean NW 800. Yeah, it's about $24 for the gold one. So yeah, there you go. It's around $20-$25 to get this microphone. And this can even work for the BM 700 and the NW 700. They're like the little brothers to these. But right now, what you're hearing me with is some audio processing. And I'm going to walk you through exactly the steps to getting this audio processing. So, like I said, I'm using Audacity, and I highly recommend that you guys use Audacity if you're getting started and you don't have a very high budget microphone. I also recommend you get a phantom power supply. Don't connect it just right into your computer, though I will show you guys what to do if you do connect it right into your computer. So let's get started. First of all, as you can see, I'm in Audacity. What you're hearing right now is what's being recorded. It's going to be the processed audio. Then I'm in here in a second. I'm going to stop it, and I am going to let you guys listen to me through my recorder, which will be completely unedited audio. Okay, so let me go ahead and stop it. And there you go. You should still be able to hear me through my recording software. So, yeah. So let's get this started with what you're going to do. First of all, now I always record at 384,000 hertz, so I can get the top optimal quality, mostly for noise removal. Because as you can hear right now, I have a fan on. I usually do whenever I'm recording, so I always record at 384,000 hertz. You can record at 4,800 hertz. That's the minimum I think that I'd say you'd record at. If you don't have to do a lot of noise removal like I do. So yeah. Now, really fast before I do anything else, I am going to go ahead and go over here, and I'm going to record a 20-second clip of just me not talking. I hold my breath, and I just let the noise in the background run. Okay, so I did a 30-second clip. I always do a 30-second clip, so I have margin for error. That's where I breathed out. But 20 seconds are more than enough. If you just have 20-second clip, then that's perfectly fine. Like I said, I just use 30-second clip for margin of error. So I'm going to go ahead and select that, and I'm going to apply equalization to it. Now, as you can see right here, I have a custom custom curves that I have set. This is a treble and bass boost, which what I did is I used the bass boost, which is right here, and I used the treble boost, and I kind of combined them into one. I just manually did all this. I lifted the curves and whatnot. So if you want to do that, then go ahead to. But if you don't, make sure to use both the treble and bass boost. So I'm going to go ahead and do treble boost really fast, and then I'll do bass boost. Okay, I'm going to do bass boost now. Okay, so there you go. And now what I'm going to do is sometimes I like to add a little bit of an echo so that it can sound like I'm a bit more fleshed out, or add some reverb or something. For the sake of this, I am not going to do any of that. Whatever you do, make sure you apply your equalization and your echo to the sound source of the background noise if you're going to do the background noise. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the noise profile. Okay, I got the noise profile, so now I can get rid of that. And I'm going to go ahead and add my equalization to this top layer. I'm going to do the treble and bass boost, my custom one. Also, if you see down here, I have treble and bass removal. This is for files that I already have my editing to, and I couldn't, for some odd reason, I could not actually get the original uncut audio file. So I just add this to it, and it removes that treble and bass. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my custom audio file. Let's do that. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and use the noise reduction. Since we got the noise profile earlier, it should be able to pick up the noise reduction 100%. Okay, so now as you can see, I have the noise reduction and everything on it. This is the file that I was using. This is the audio file that I was using earlier. Now, I do a little bit of editing, trim it up a little bit, get rid of some of the dead space at the beginning and ends. So yeah. Next thing I do is I always export it at 48,000 hertz. This is so that I can get all the audio, because if the bit rate or the project rate is too high, it can only save a portion of it because it becomes too large of a file. So 4800 hertz is, like I said, the minimum that I always go to. So let's just go ahead and listen to a couple audio samples of things that I have put through the audio processing and whatnot. This is a test with the audio. What you're hearing right now is the uncut audio. This is a test. Test 1 2, testing 1 2, testing 1 2. This is a test with the audio. What you're hearing right now is the processed audio. This is a test. Test 1 2, testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Okay, so as you can see here, I have my gain up here set all the way to 100%. I'm not using phantom power right now. You may notice that there's a lot more hiss coming out. There's a lot more background noise coming up. And this is because this is operating off 3 to 5 volts of phantom power. I'm not sure how much the USB sound card gives to it, but that's how much this can operate off of, which is another reason why it's a good choice. If you're just getting started and stuff, and you don't have the money to, you're waiting and you can't get a phantom power supply at the very minimum, let alone an USB audio interface, and you're just using this as your first microphone and all that. First of all, congrats, you made a smarter decision than I did. My first true microphone was a piece of garbage. Secondly, I highly recommend your next upgrade not be to a phantom power supply, but to a USB microphone instead. So yeah. With that being said, I'm going to teach you guys how to fix the audio for this microphone right here. So, this is going to require a few extra steps just to work, and yeah. So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to shut up and record my 30-second audio clip of just nothingness so I can get the background audio, can get all that hiss and whatnot. So, alright, so there we go. We got our background audio. You're hearing me straight through my recording software now. And here's our background audio right here. Again, 30 seconds from margin of error for me. because I've been known to fuck up. We are going to amplify the audio. Now, I'm going to just do this to the whole project so that we can get a equal response out of everything. So let's go ahead and do equalization, treble and bass boost. So now as we're going to do amplify. Make sure that this tick box is off for loud clipping. And amplify it however much. I'm going to do a preview real quick. Okay, so as you can see here, I have my gain. Okay, that actually sounds pretty good. I might increase it just a little bit more to 5. As you can see, the waveforms have increased. Okay, so the waveforms have increased. So now we're going to go back to this little section once again. And now that we have the equalization and everything, we're going to get the noise profile. Delete it. And we're going to remove it. Now, before the at the end of this video, I would show you my presets for my noise reduction, what I use personally. All right, let's take a listen. Okay, so as you can see here, I have my gain up here set all the way to 100%. I'm not using phantom power right now. You may notice that there's a lot more hiss coming out. There's a lot more background noise coming up. And this is so as you can hear, there is a lot more hiss. So in this rare case, we can decide to either say screw it and use that again, or what we can do is we can actually just leave it as is. But before we do it, I'm going to go ahead and show you the differences between just leaving it as it is. Well, actually, you just heard the difference between leaving it as it is and using another one. But let me show you my settings. I totally blanked on showing you my settings in here. So my settings are that I use noise reduction, decibel 15. I think that's actually pretty standard. A lot of people use that. Frequency smoothing band 6. I don't recommend using any other one but 6. I've heard people say that they've been okay with 4, but personally, I would only use 6. Sensitivity 6, that's because I am in a noisier environment. You can drop down as low as 3 if you're in a very treated environment and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the effects of using this again. All right, let's take a listen. Okay, so as you can see here, I have my gain up here set all the way to 100%. I'm not using phantom power right now. You may notice that there's a lot more hiss coming out. There's a lot more background noise coming up. And this is because this is operating off 3 to 5 volts of phantom power. I'm not sure how much the USB sound card gives to it, but that's how much this can operate off of. So as you can hear, it sounded kind of like I was kind of going out a little bit. And then I would come back up, and then it would kind of dip down again. So I'm gonna do that noise reduction. A little bit of hiss and stuff. That's okay. We're not using professional preamps here. You're just starting out. You just as long as you don't have a, you're fine. Like this. Here, let me find a spot where I kind of be quiet for a little bit. That's perfectly acceptable. Perfectly acceptable. So, that is my recommendation to you if you decide to get a microphone and you don't have phantom power with it at all. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I have a different clip for that I recorded, so... Okay, so that is how you do it. That's how you make a cheap microphone sound good. Now, I will say that not all microphones are able to sound very good. Some microphones are just out of the way. If your microphone sounds you're not going to get anything out of it. So it's not good. You're not gonna get anything out of that. If it sounds like it has a blanket over it or something like that, you can fix that. You can add more treble to it or something. If it sounds like it is very tinny, you can add a lot of bass to it to make it more flat response rate. If it sounds like it has a hiss, you can add some more noise reduction to that. Those are, I mean, you can do a lot with that kind of stuff, and that's it. Those microphones, too much bass or too much treble, those are fixable microphones. And microphones that sound electronic, you can make those with the treble and bass boost. Like I said, you can make those sound amazing. It's just stay away from the like $3 to $4 microphones, the ones that are like they promise they're the best microphones on the market, but they're really crappy and they sound like that. Stay away from those. You can make a lot out of nothing. And that's the lesson I want you guys to take away from this. Anyway, thank you everybody so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and you want to share it with a friend, please do. It's very important that people know how to do this kind of stuff. And if you've enjoyed it, hit that like button. It helps out a lot. If you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. Check it out. Oh, excuse me. Check out some content I create, including links that will be along the screen here at the end of this video. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.